Hello beautiful people. I don't really make YouTube videos and this is my second take, so I'm gonna go through my notes here and show you the build on POB and we'll get through this. So this is a tornado shot explode chain with a 3 meter radius. It's still untested, but the streamer Gucci gave green light. He said the build is okay, it's good, and he helped with the implicit, so thank you. Anyway. So what's this build? What is this crazy build? So I think I've got this here, so you can see it better. I did a little bit of tuning, so I got more DPS and I added some things, so the DPS went up. So anyway, it's a Voltaxic Rift. This bow will get a buff in 3.28. The line hits with this weapon shock as though they're doing 300% more damage. Will be changed to chaos damage is inverted. Chaos resistance is inverted. So while that looks like a nerf, it's actually a huge buff. It essentially it's a despair aura on steroids. So we don't even need to have a curse. We only go sniper's mark. We go with sovereignty, which I used to go with chaos 10 and 3.27. So this is a big buff for this bow, and 300% more damage. That's flat, so we don't really care about the flat damage. We can always add more damage, but we can't really do anything with curses. And this will make this build really cheap and really good to be a week 1 build. So let's go through this. So the new buff. And this makes us run 5 auras with grace and fall grace on. The pop is in welfare gear with it's probably T3 gear with essences and fractures. So you can buy T1, I think, fractured bases. It will be like 20-30 divine or less. This is on the very high end. Like if this is not even fractured T1, you can get fractured T3 and do it, and still be like this pop. Anyway, it's you switch after week 1 with Progenesis and 12 passive cluster and Dying Sun. So the things you need, the big items you need is Progenesis and Dying Sun and the 12 passive cluster. This one. Let me show it to you. So you'll need a pretty good 12 passive cluster. So the most important things are increased effect, which is fractured, or attack speed that's fractured, and then you roll it. And all res is really important. You don't get a lot of res in this build. I still didn't even cap res in pub, but this is pretty well fair gear. You can see with the boots, all of the resistances, except for like movement speed or fractured or really important mods, like only I think the 35% movement speed is high, and chance to suppress is fractured. Also with the gloves, I think it's the same, yeah, fractured suppress, and then you can do attack speed or add lightning damage. These are all low rolls. So you can see in pub, these are all low rolls with fractured. This is supposed to be fractured. Anyway, this is for all things in game. You can see this is I think tier 3. This is mid roll. So you want to really invest in defense, evasion energy shield, with especially the armor, body armor. This is most of your evasion. Energy shield. So you should actually get a better energy shield from your body armor than this. Boots, it's the same. This is all mid roll, low roll, and movement speed and suppress is full. So you can fracture, you can get fractured chance to suppress and full movement speed. You still get more, even though it shows 99% spell suppression. Unnatural instinct doesn't work in POB. It shows the normal one, the not foul born one. So this node will give us more life, energy shield, and chance to suppress. So these are all important. Also, you get mana, life recoup, accuracy, don't need that, and max life. So that's why we don't go for this max life node. And yeah, since we get the 10%. The life is supposed to be a lot higher than this. Anyway, Watcher's Eye is pretty simple. Lightning damage mid-roll, critical chance mid-roll, and attack speed mid-roll. Pretty standard. It shouldn't be expensive because nobody uses Wrath with these anyway. So staging, it's pretty standard. High roll, mid rolls, and even the quiver, even though it has +2 arrow, I think. Where is it? Yeah, it's +1 arrow. I mean, the rest is all mid rolls, so nothing crazy, no crazy items. Medium clusters, they are empty. You can have chaos and auras in this. We are immune to all ailments. With we're 100% with 50 from the boots. So we have chance to avoid ailments. It's supposed to be, I think 25 is the crafted, 25%, and then we get from the implicit 29%. So we should be easily over the avoid ailments. And we do not need chance to suppress on the body armor. So it's gonna be a really cheap body armor. So we get that from the tree and the lucky notable here thingy. So we get all this and the this mastery, and then we're supposed to be 100% with unnatural Falbon, unnatural instinct. So some tech on this build is bleed. We do fizz damage with the bow. So when enemy bleeds, we get more crit chance. And the other thing is blind. We have 2 blind tattoos for 10%, and this should be more than enough. I tested this last league. Didn't play much last league, but this, yeah, 10%, 5% to 5%. This should be more than enough for hitting 100% hit chance. So let's talk about explode. How do we explode? It comes from this passive from this cluster. It's 10% for 25% of the enemy health. So it is fine. Like, it's not that good, it's not bad. It's kind of in the middle. But coupled with chain and tornado shot, this should be more than enough. We can look at our radius in here on pop, and this shows the explode radius. So on kill explosion, 3 meters with enemy 5 enemy kills killed recently from this. Yeah, 25% area of effect if you killed at least 5 enemies recently, which I think is 4 seconds. So more than enough in maps, sustainable. You get 3 meters. And for the dying sun, you get 20%, but you can put it to mid roll or high roll, and it should be fine. It's 2.8, 2.9. It's actually, wait, I didn't click save on. So it's still fine, but you want a really high radius. It actually didn't change. Anyway, other things is you want the Watcher's Eye, Ancestral Vision, even the Searching Eye jewels. They're pretty cheap. Only 1 mid-roll lightning damage with bows. Strength int attributes, 2 on here and 1 on belts. We're using Stygian Vice. This Timeless Jewel, I still didn't decide on which one to use. There's a lot of options. I can go with double damage, or attack speed, movement speed, and projectile damage. So I think I'll go with movement speed and attack speed, since with explosions and chain and chaos invert, this TPS should be correct. If you look at config, the enemy still has 30% chaos resist, and they are not shocked. With Voltastic Rift, your chaos damage can shock. It's only the lower part that's been removed. So to compensate in the POB, I didn't put chaos resistance or shock. This is the worst case scenario. So this damage is pretty accurate. If I just add, I think the max is 40 with Voltastic Rift, and damage goes up really crazy. And with invert, we are running Herald of Thunder, so we can't actually shock. I think it's 10% shock with Herald of Thunder. So we get 20%. I might take that off, but we'll see in testing when I test it. Herald of Thunder is on. We don't use Enlighten 5, only Enlighten 3 and then Enlighten 4. So we're running Grace, All Haste Precision, Herald of Thunder and Wrath. I will remove Herald of Thunder if the DPS is really affected. I think it does. So I might just turn this off and put in the max 40, which is this thing's max. CC plus 40% to maximum effect shock. So I think it's actually 70, but I'll test it. I'll put it for 40 just in case. So yeah, resistances we get it through the cheap crafts from our items, and we still have 1, 2, 3 clusters for a plus resist, and chaos resistance is not that important. Anyway, that's the build. I'm gonna test it. It's supposed to chain explode because we have chain skills chain, and if you see on skills on kill monster explosion is a skill. That's how they chain. So this should be a really good build. When I tested it in 3.27, it's kind of bad because I went Pathfinder going for which one is it? It's this, the wither. Wither is not really important. We can add wither to this build with ballista support using the imbued gems, but those have to come out. So I don't know. From what I understand, every green gem is supposed to come on like a green gem and a green support. So withering touch support, or I forgot the name of the support, actually applies withering, and it's full. It's not like 5 stacks or anything. So if there is like a big rare monster or a map boss, this build should be easily kill it with totems. And I still didn't add the Mana Forge setup. It's not really important, but we'll go through testing. I'll try this. I'm actually downloading PoE. I actually installed this league, so I'll test it. Like I think I have a level 93 Deadeye, so it's gonna take me like 1 to 2 days to get this welfare gear up, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.